Okay, Steve, taking a look at your short game. We're starting off with the chip shot. It's used from 0 to 20 yards from the green-ish. The idea is to hit it fairly low and to have it run up to the hole. You always want to land it 2 to 3 to 4, 5, 6 feet onto the green, kind of the front part, and then choose the club you think will roll to the flag. So if the flag's close, you're going to use the 60 degree. If the flag is far away, you're going to use about an 8-iron. So the technique is feet close together, weight leaning left, and you really want that left hip to be leaning forward like you're doing. You want the club shaft leaning forward. So this is a really good setup. Feet close together, club shaft leaning forward, weight leaning on the left. From here, the body is going to stay perfectly still, and it's just the arm swinging back and through, going long to short. Keep the body still. You can see how this creates a Y. And you're just going to swing that long to short, maintaining the Y. You're going to minimize any extravagant wrist action. So you go long, so take as much as you want on a backswing, so you feel comfortable, you don't feel rushed on a downswing. You see how the club shaft is still leaning forward?
That is why you're hitting these really solid. You hit this one really solid. And before, when you weren't very good at this shot, the club shaft was leaning back. Club shaft leans forward, and that strikes the ball, then the grass, and then you go to here. So it's long, long to short. This is a little chip shot. You're only trying to hit it 10 yards-ish. You don't need a big fall through. And then you stop right here. And then you got to play around with what club to use for how far you are from the hole. But once you're hitting it solid, that will come pretty quick. So, feet close, weight leaning left, club shaft leaning forward. Keep your body leaning left the whole time. If it leans back, you will hit behind the ball. Swing the Y long to short. Also notice on this particular swing, your knees and your head have stayed the same height. If everything shrinks down, you'll hit too deep of a divot. So make sure that you stay the same height, and it's just something to look for if you do hit too deep of a divot. Okay, so this is more of the pitch shot, and this is used, say, 20 to 70 yards from the green, kind of a full swing. Feet are a little further apart. We've got weight 50-50. The hands are just slightly ahead of the ball, because if you were leaning forward too much, you would hit the shot too low. This is more of a neutral stance, and this is basically kind of an equal length back and through. So if you're going up to your hip on the backswing, you go up to the hip on the fall through. That'll be about 50 yards. Going to about right here, be about 60 yards, both sides. Shoulders, now you're up to 70. Anything past that's going to be kind of a full shot. So that's how you gauge the distance. So this is a 50-yarder. So your hands go up, go past the hip, but that's okay. Comes down, and then see, this is good. You didn't get flippy here with your wrists. The hands came up to about the same height on the backswing, but the club stays here. It's still that hit and stop motion. You don't want to get flippy with the wrist. As you can see, you had some body weight move forward. Just make sure you don't lean forward too much, because that will cause you to hit it too low. So remember to hit it high. If your shots are going too low, feel like you're hitting a driver. Leaning back, so your head's behind the ball here, keeping it back there, and feel like you're swinging up on it, opposed to really leaning forward and swinging down. So weight 50-50, swing it equal lengths back and through, feel like you're staying behind the ball, and swing up on it to hit it high. Once again, if you get too deep of divots,
your head stays pretty level in this swing. So this is pretty good. You get this one really solid. If everything shrinks down, you're too much knee flex, head dips down, then you'll hit too deep of a divot. But this is good. Make sure you go long, and then you stop right there. So there's, see how that still forms the Y? You don't want the club pointed up here, because you'll be hitting them thin all day long. It's going to really improve your game.